One of the most important lessons in survival is understanding the difference between reacting and responding. At first glance, they look the same. Both involve action. Both involve decisions. Both happen when something occurs in your life, but they are not the same thing. A reaction is immediate. A response is intentional. A reaction is driven by emotion. A response is guided by awareness. A reaction happens to you. A response comes from you. When somebody says something that makes you angry, your first instinct may be to react. When unexpected bad news arrives, your first instinct may be to react. When pressure shows up, your first instinct may be to react. Reaction is natural, but survival requires more than instinct. Survival requires awareness. Think about a storm. The wind reacts to pressure. The rain reacts to conditions. Nature responds differently. Trees bend, roots hold, water changes direction. Nature teaches a lesson. The strongest thing is not always the thing that reacts the hardest. Sometimes the strongest thing is the thing that adjusts, the thing that adapts, the thing that endures. In life, there will always be something trying to pull you into reaction. An insult, a setback, a disappointment, a failure, a betrayal, a loss. The question is not whether these things will happen. The question is what you will do when they happen. Will you react or will you respond? A reaction often creates another problem. A response often creates a solution. A reaction is about the moment. A response is about the outcome. A reaction asks, how do I feel right now? A response asks, what happens next? The ability to pause is one of the greatest survival skills a person can develop. Not because you are weak, not because you are afraid, but because every pause creates space for awareness, and awareness creates options. The person who reacts to everything becomes controlled by circumstances. The person who responds learns how to navigate circumstances. Survival is not about controlling everything around you. Survival is about controlling how you move through what is around you. The difference between reacting and responding may only take a few seconds, but those few seconds can change the direction of an entire day, an entire year, sometimes even an entire life. So the next time pressure arrives, remember this. You do not have to become your first emotion. You do not have to become your first impulse. You do not have to become your first reaction. Pause, observe, think, then respond. Because survival is not determined by what happens to you. Survival is often determined by how you respond when it does. One of the most important lessons in survival is understanding the difference between reacting and responding. At first glance, they look the same. Both involve action. Both involve decisions. Both happen when something occurs in your life, but they are not the same thing. A reaction is immediate. A response is intentional. A reaction is driven by emotion. A response is guided by awareness. A reaction happens to you.